with Michelle Dubé and Ken Shaw.
Good afternoon. A cross-border power struggle has led to a house cleaning at the TTC Union. The entire leadership of Amalgamated Transit Union Local 113 has been removed.
The move comes as the local considers breaking away from the American Union. The union local president, the outspoken Bob Kinnear, is among those kicked out. These are the offices of Local 113 where the executive is no longer welcome. The union president says members of the parent union entered in the middle of the night and took control. The local president claims over the years they have received no support from the U.S.-based union. CTV's Tracy Tong is following this developing story from the courts where the local union is now pursuing a legal fight that could see it break away from its U.S. parent union. Tracy, what's going on here?
That's right, Michelle. The ousted executive took this matter to court, and it was heard very briefly in court this morning, but it has been put over to February 17th. The local president, however, says this fight is far from over. When the executive board members of the TTC Union showed up at their office this morning, they were locked out by American representatives of the Amalgamated Transit Union.
It appears that the International had gained access sometime over the night.
All 17 members of the executive board have been removed from office. Bob Kinnear, who was the president of ATU 113 until this morning, calls the move a hostile takeover.
This is an attack on the autonomy of Canadian workers. We are a country, not a colony, although in our organization we seem to be treated as a colony. Last
Wednesday, ATU 113 filed an application with the Canadian Labour Congress to break off from the organization if the members vote to do so.
All we were doing was trying to provide a democratic process for our members to make a determination on how they wanted to move forward. And this heavy-handed American union has come in, trusteed the local.
The TTC says in a statement, the TTC is working to ensure this matter has no impact on service. The collective agreements between the TTC and its unions remain in place. The union's former leadership is taking this to court.
I believe that the Americans may have won the battle, but the Canadians will win the war.
We are flying over the TTC's Greenwood Transit Yard right now. The local union represents about 11,000 subway, train, and bus operators, along with ticket collectors. Now, Mayor Tory has refused to comment on the politics of the TTC, but we know that Councillor Maria Ajameri has sent out a statement saying she is horrified by this takeover. Reporting live on University Avenue, I'm Tracy Tong. Ken and Michelle, back to you. Thanks.
More now on our top story, a battle between the union for TTC workers and its American-based parent. The entire executive of the local has been removed. Our Tracy Tong joins us once again with the latest information. Tracy.
And Michelle, we have now just heard from the new leadership put in place at Local 113. They just sent out a statement which reads in part, Kinnear's, which is the local president that was dismissed this morning, Kinnear's secretive effort to split from Local 113 away from its fellow ATU Canada locals was done without the members' knowledge or consent or that of their executive. Because his actions represent a clear violation of the union's constitution and general laws, the International Union has placed the local in temporary trusteeship. Now let's go back a little bit and give you some details and context here. The TTC's local union is part of the Amalgamated Transit Union, which is based in the United States. Now this morning, Toronto's executive board members showed up to work at their offices on Wilson, and they found out that they were locked out and dismissed. Last week, they had actually filed an application with the Canadian Labour Congress to break apart from the American-based union if their membership voted to do so. The American head office had found out, and now they have put the Toronto office under their trusteeship and have put new leadership in place there. Now, the ousted local president, Bob Kinnear, spoke to us earlier this morning. He says that he advises all TTC workers to continue doing their jobs, but they will fight for this.
Continue doing their job, continue conducting themselves in a professional manner as they always do, and we will get through this invasion of Canada and our local union here in Toronto.
Now, Kinnear and other executive board members have taken this to court now. They filed this within the courts this morning. It was heard very briefly, and it has been put over to February 17th. Reporting live, I'm Tracy Tong. Ken and Michelle, back to you.